although Greg Smith is out there wearing the number 8 Guernsey at the moment, you can be certain that Greg Smith will be walking off the ground and going up the race before situations start, because there are 21 players out in the ground.
Well, we certainly hope so, Bob, because he's going to make a fool of us if he doesn't go off the ground. He's still out there now, Smith.
What actually is his trouble still, Bob? Is it the shoulder?
No, it is the hamstring. Pete, he went off with a hamstring in the last game up here, and Lou and I were discussing it, that 2 weeks or the loss of one game is not enough to recover from an injured hamstring, and that's another reason why I'm certain that Smith will not take his place.
Well, he's still out there, Greg Smith, and of course we'll get the camera on him to see if he does come off the ground. There he is there still. He's taking his time if he's coming off, Bob.
Well, Wayne Harms is not out there, Lou, and
well, he's gradually edging towards the square now. He's coming towards the boundary line, Smith. You sure they've got 21 players out there, Bob?
Well, if I can count, they have.
Here he comes.
Well, there he is, Smith. Oh, hello. He's going back again.
He's talking to the runner, trainer.
Well, there's 3 going off the ground, the interchange players and Smith, so
It's Boyce.
Our little story was right, Robert.
Thrip. And Greg Smith coming off the ground. And play just about to get underway in the first quarter here at the SCG. Well, did the ruse work? First quarter from the Sydney Cricket Ground. Umpire Basiliou coming in to bounce the ball. The Swans kicking to the left of screen in the first quarter. Mark Buckley couldn't gain position. Now a chance for Browning at left half-back flank. Browning bids the Swans into attack. In front is Reid. Taken away by English. Back towards centre field. At the back, Danaher, and Danaher has the chance to gain possession. Plenty of Carlton Guernseys there. He didn't have anybody to give it to. A chance for Ashman on centre wing. Caught by 3 of them. Right, slung high, and he'll take the free kick for the Swans. Stephen Wright, left centre wing. Delightful conditions here today in Sydney. Late on the scene, Brady. The umpire has found a free kick. To go 2 round. That's not a bad kick from the skipper either. And Perovic, strong mark in the back pocket. Val Perovic now. And a fine mark taken by Tony Morwood at right half-back flank, with about 65 to 70 metres out from goal. Brady making a lead. Rhys Jones was the flyer for the Swans, taken off the top of the pack, and here's a goal coming up, and putting it through down there is Evans.
It's a great piece of roving by Bernie Evans, and he's had a couple of weeks out with suspension, and that will give his confidence a big boost. And we watch again on replay as Rhys Jones is up high, knocked forward by English, and taken out of the hands of English by Bernie Evans, through for full points.
Well, there he is, Bernie Evans. In the background you can see the remains of what was a couple of grandstands here at the SCG. They're being rebuilt, of course. At the Sydney Cricket Ground, the Swans leading by 6 points. The goal coming up by Bernie Evans at the 1.5 minute mark of the first quarter.
And the Swans go back into attack, but there's a free kick. It'll go to Carlton. And to take the free kick will be McConville. Harms out of the Carlton side, replaced by Marquezani. And, of course, Smith replaced for South Melbourne by Boyce. And that's a mark to Mark Buckley at centre half forward. So Buckley now with the ball about 50 metres out from goal. It's a long kick into the goal square. Danaher comes across, couldn't hold the mark. It's finally pushed out there by South Melbourne, Lucas, and the ball is out of bounds in the forward pocket. Ackley, I think it might have been. Ball out of bounds in that forward pocket position for Carlton, about 20 metres around from their goal. Punched on by Danaher again, over to Lucas. But once again, we see the ball out of bounds. The Swans off to a great start. Bernie Evans kicking their first goal. 1 goal, 6 points to the Carlton side yet to score. Fitzpatrick and Musty. Ball knocked back by Fitzpatrick. Back it comes to Austin. He's upended that time by Lucas. Lucas goes after it again. Marcoux comes out of the pack, couldn't get clear. Danaher with a funny old hand pass. But Ashman finally forces the ball over the line and out of bounds. Neither side making much progress at the moment. Still about 45 metres around from the Carlton goal. Musty got that one down towards right. He's grabbed. Was it too high? I think so, and the umpire's paying it for on the shoulder. And that's the second free kick Wright's had this quarter. We're just over the 3.5-minute mark, and the Blues haven't scored yet. Had a bit of trouble here last year. There's Rhys Jones flying high. Reid crashes through the pack. Oh, there's McConville, caught one pretty high from Rhys Jones. I thought that would have been a fair bump,
wasn't it?
I'd reckon.
And Fitzpatrick has dropped the player behind the plate.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
Like a sack of spuds.
Well, Fitzpatrick playing his first game for the year.
Rhys Jones decides to get into a couple too. Austin came in to remonstrate with him.
I just thought that was a fair bump by Rhys Jones, Bob.
Yes, well, I think McConville ducked into it, but the rule does say you cannot hit them in the head, and so it was the correct decision.
And the ball cleared away again by Bernie Evans back towards centre field. So this game looks like being a bit of a battle today, remembering that Carlton lost it last year. Sheldon the ball back to Reid.
Reid to Dool, well caught by Rhys Jones. Cottagio, Dool again. Cottagio, of course, a former Carlton player. Meldrum dummies the handball, caught by Cottagio, held it for a fortnight. Cottagio, centre field. Short pass, looking for Evans. Round does the shepherding. In towards full forward. That's a mark brought in by Tony Morwood, his second for the term. And it was, of course, Tony Morwood that put the ball into the square from which Evans got the Swans' first goal. He's a little bit closer to goal on this occasion, though. 5 minutes gone, first quarter. Morwood shot at goal, going pretty close. Through. Yet to score in the opening term.